Hi everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Crashmo. In the last part we got through puzzles 11 through 20, and in this part we'll be dealing with the next 10, 20 through 30. So once again, we gotta check out the birds. They gotta give us a little pat on the back for our work so far, as we move on to the next portion. Okay. So as you probably see from the length here, these puzzles aren't necessarily, I guess, yeah, they are harder, but they do take a little bit longer, just because there's more movement involved, so, yeah. Right, and this is our farewell to Papa Blocks for now. He's very tired, so he's gonna go away while we go ahead and just solve puzzles. Yeah. Right, we also have a skip option, so yeah, if there's ever a puzzle that's maybe giving you trouble, you can skip it and come back to it. Though if you're watching this Let's Play, I doubt you're using the skip function. Maybe you want to try it on your own, which I do recommend. Try the games on your own, but yeah. Oh, this motherfucker. This is Corin. Not the Corin from Fire Emblem or Smash. This is just Corin. He was a little dick in Pushmo, and he's the reason that you had to, like, solve the puzzles in the first game. He's reformed, though. He's a cool guy now. He's got a hat and, like, a tail, I think. I don't know why he has a tail, but he does. But yeah, this introduces us to the training portion of the training portion of the game. That could be found when you visit Papa Blocks, but yeah. I think I'm going to show it off here in a second once we get done with the cutscene. The training is never required. It's mostly just there to help you practice certain mechanics and ideas. Yeah. So, I guess I didn't show it, my bad. So we're just going to go right onto it. Alright, new puzzles. So, I mess up here, so already, literally the first puzzle I mess up because I don't have a brain. So, yeah. I think about it, I very slowly do it. Some of the puzzles, like, I kind of figure it out on the spot. You're going to see, like, this weird shift later on where I kind of do puzzles beforehand and then do them again. Like, I have my own personal file, and I just do it on there. I wanted to kind of go through the discovery process during these earlier ones, since it doesn't take too long. I mean, some of the later ones go on for like half an hour, so those I definitely had to cut down. Compared to these, which I still cut down on, so yeah. Here we just got to make a basic path to the top. We want to have it set up in a way to where we can drop... Oh no, we don't even need to drop it off, my bad, that's a later puzzle. We just need to get up there, it's that easy. Yeah, sometimes even after solving these puzzles and recognizing that I, like, don't see the path, it happens. Alrighty, so I stopped for a second, contemplating life, I guess. I don't know why, but yeah, we're on to the next puzzle here. Basically more of the same. Just pushing blocks. Yeah. I like think about this one too. Yeah, I'm like very uncertain. Like I'm afraid of doing a false move because yeah, if you do something wrong, it's like, oh shoot, I gotta start over again. And it's yeah, it can be daunting. But yeah, you just need to make a staircase. That's a lot of these early ones. It's just make a staircase to the top. Sometimes it's spiral. Sometimes it's literally just like a traditional, you know, just one flight of stairs. Yeah. Alrighty, so this puzzle here, there's actually a variant of this one that we'll be dealing with later that gets a bit more complex. These are the kinds of puzzles I refer to as essentially like chain reaction puzzles. You want to set up everything beforehand, and then once you set it up, you essentially want to push so that blocks will consistently drop until you have your path forward. Yeah, that's what I did here. So I can just go straight to the top, but I do go back down just to kind of more clearly show what the path was to begin with, since some of these can be a little confusing. So essentially we were able to get a block on each hole, and then we just make our path up to the top. And yeah, that's the basics of that one. There's only a couple puzzles like that in the entire game, so yeah, when it pops up again, I had a massive headache, and it was a lot, but we're not there yet, so... Alright, here is the next puzzle where we, believe it or not, I know, this intelligent system is changing things up here. We have to make a staircase again. Yeah, that's just legitimately what a lot of these early puzzles consist of. So yeah, I'm going to push the green block forward in order to get this set up to where we can drop the yellow L into the other L's in such a way to make a staircase. So I'm a little uncertain at first. I'm like, okay, wait, I gotta think about this. Because as it is right now, the yellow block will go right through and not drop it properly. But we dealt with that, so we're good. We push it in and boom, we have a spiral. We just have a regular staircase. No spirals in sight here. See, I forget. I don't know why. I just kind of loaf about it. I think I was doing this early on just to sort of really communicate what the path was by the end of it. Just to make it very clear for everyone. Yeah. So yeah, next staircase. Just waiting for Melody up to the top. Another bird saved. Alrighty, so reaching a halfway mark here. Just, yeah, like I said, there isn't a whole lot I can say about these early puzzles. It's pretty straightforward. I guess I should put a basic disclaimer. I think I said this also in the previous part, but most of these puzzles, the way I'm doing them is not like the only way of solving them. Oh, excuse me, goodness. I just had like a bagel, so I think that is a new bagel. Anyway, yeah, a lot of these early puzzles are very open-ended, even more so than some of the later ones. And if you find a slightly alternate way of doing it, that's cool. That's just as awesome. This game really is all about like a lot of experimentation, so yeah. Alrighty. This is our first variant of a puzzle where we need to actually slide a staircase to the proper spot. Pretty straightforward. So, I don't know if this mechanic has been shown off yet, but yeah. When you're standing on top of a block that's held by another block, you can actually push the block that's underneath it if you're given the opportunity to, as shown right there. That rule becomes completely necessary later if you want to beat this game. Some of the puzzles require it. I think actually most of the puzzle sets here are for that. So yeah, I messed up. I forgot how to play the game again. This one actually stumped me for a lot longer than it should have. It's just trying to reinforce this idea that you can push the foundation blocks without messing up where you are. So yeah, sometimes it's hard to discuss how we're moving blocks and stuff here, but yeah. So yeah, gotta say, a lot of this early stuff is very simple. So I messed up here, gotta rewind again. We basically just want to drop this off, step lower, and then we just push the block where the bird is high enough to where we can get to it, and that's it. So I stop here for a second to give just a full view of what it looks like at the end. A lot of the early puzzles I do this with, and later ones, it's kind of hard to do it since there are so many steps involved. I'm still debating whether when I do the written version of this Let's Play, walkthrough, whatever, if I want to go do like a step-by-step format, like a very strict one, but just because the levels are so... There's so much to them later on. These early ones, it's like, okay, move a couple blocks, I'm done. So yeah, we made a little, kind of like a weird 2 flights of stairs here, and we just make it to the top. I gotta think about it though, like, forgot again how to play the game. Yeah, yeah, it's really strange. I'm like so confused on whether what I'm doing is correct, but I like slowly stumble to the correct way. So essentially you just want to make yourself a path to the top where you can actually jump onto the yellow block and then get up to the orange block. It's important that the yellow block, the one on the top there, is still on top of the green staircase block, otherwise you're not going to be able to make it. It's very important to make sure that you always at least know that you have a way towards whatever top path you're trying to get to, since there's a lot of pre-planning in the later puzzles. Alright, so another one of the sliding staircase puzzles. This one is this one's essentially just more about transporting a block over. As we already know that any block underneath can support another one. Can support something, no matter of its weight distribution. And yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about weight distribution in a funny Crashmo video game for babies, but yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah, I guess another mechanic that I haven't actually really brought forth, which is I guess just so indicative to this game and really isn't a thing in any of the other games, is when you pull a block, you can actually pull one and fall down, so you don't have to actually be taking up. You don't take up a space when you're pulling or pushing blocks, which is really cool. But it's something that you might have to break habit of, especially if you're coming from like a Pushmo world, or Stretchmo or something. If you played Stretchmo before you played this game, but yeah, and who knows? Maybe Stretchmo was your first game, and you're like, "Oh, this is cool," and then you kind of went backwards. I know, I do that a lot. So yeah, that's the end of this part. I will see you in part 4. So yeah, until then.